Hey guys. All right. Got the Semogue C5 Torga in premium boar bristle. Had him soaking while I took my shower, so he's definitely wet enough. I'm gonna use my Nacet shave number 246. It looks like we filled up that 5 row, so we're heading toward 250. How about that? I'm going to use with that Nacet blade, it's already in there. This is a vintage Gillette new short comb, open comb razor. One of the great things about it, and it's been a long time since I've shaved with one of these, is that the blade is supported from the bottom really close to the edge. I'm very curious, and here you can see the Nacet with the 3 dots there. Really curious as to whether maybe my shaving technique has improved enough to where I really enjoy this razor a little bit more than I did when I first started out. All right, now the soap we're going to use is a mystery soap. It's a tester sample, and I've had it soaking because it's a cured soap, cured for quite some time, and so I wanted to kind of bloom it just a little bit. It did feel very hard, which I enjoy because those often make the best lathers. So we're going to give it a test today. And just took a shower, like I said, did clean my face with some glycerin soap. So I'm just going to splash a little bit of water. 24 hours of growth, and I have hard water here. All right, now I don't know what to expect from this soap. The other day, I wet the bottom of it and I pressed it into the bottom of this little cheap ramekin from the Dollar Tree, and it stuck. So let's hope it sticks while I'm loading. I'm going to shake most of the water out of the brush. This guy hasn't had too many uses, but he's delivered some good lathers. And he's also a small brush, and so he's going to fit nicely in this ramekin. All right, let's, since it's an unknown soap, and it's kind of firm, why don't we try a 45-second load? All right, there we go. We'll start at 30 seconds. Now that may be overkill. We'll see. It is seems to be a fairly unscented soap. I think the maker said that it was just kind of his soap base. Just kind of the natural scent that came in his soap base. A lot of butters and oils, saponified oils and things like that. So we'll just see. It had some neat ingredients. So we'll see if he was able to turn that into a good shaving soap. All right, that is 35 seconds. Just kind of medium pressure, as usual. And there is 45 seconds. It's bubbly and wet. So he just wanted me to try it out and give him my take on it. Dollar Tree shave bowl. Let's see how it starts out. Yeah, kind of like before. Bubbly. That's all right. Many of them start out that way. It did soak for several minutes, so that's going to speed up the loading process. So I haven't really added, water to this. It's kind of staying airy, high structure, meaning that it's kind of holding its structure there, and it doesn't really have all that much water in it. just with that bit of water in the brush, it's generating this much lather. That is kind of uncommon. The slickness it's there. Looks like it's going to be shaveable. Very bubbly. It's interesting. Doesn't really feel, it feels, it's there. I mean, there's virtually no cushion, no resistance when you're squeezing it here. It does lay down kind of the slickness that I'm feeling is a little strange. And so yeah, this is very frothy. Impression in the beginning is not super favorable when compared to most of the soaps that we use. However, as I was rinsing, I do get some, it's almost like a, oh boy, it's really hard to describe whether it's like a silky, almost draggy kind of feeling. So what can we do about this lather? Could it be that it just needs more water to activate? Maybe. But let us go back to the puck here. Let's just load for some more time. 43 seconds. So let's just go to, we'll do 15 more seconds of loading. There we go. Let's see if what we picked up out of there was a little more. What it's kind of resembling is the Irish Spring type bar soap. I shaved with it for a while. It's because it's cheap and I like the smell, and it's a reasonable shave. But I was playing around with other Dollar Tree entries like Sugar Soap Works, Pear's Glycerin Soap, and Yardley, and all those did amazing. The two that are not Pear's did a nice creamy lather. And of course, Pear's is a glycerin soap, and so the lather was terrific. Well, yeah, it's kind of staying high structure. Kind of looks like it might dissipate on you. Not too many. I've used a lot of shaving soaps. Not too many of them kind of act like this, but it doesn't look good. But I am getting this kind of fatty coating on my fingers. Is it fatty? I don't know, but that might actually perform. I don't know. Well, why don't we just see if it needs more water? Maybe it needs more water to activate. So I haven't added any water to this at all. And look at all that lather that we have. We're just going to add a teaspoon. And we'll see if maybe that activates in the soap and causes the kind of the sudsy, frothy lightness to get a little dense, because you know it all works together, you know. It's kind of getting more bubbly, which is not the intended effect. Yeah, it doesn't look all that great. Too high structure and kind of dry looking. But let's just shave with it, because after all, it is kind of leaving that mysterious coating. And I don't know exactly. That must be some of those oils that are in it. Maybe it's some of the butters. So let's just use it and see what happens. So throw some water on my face. And let's just see. Well, it sure doesn't look very good. Kind of looks on the face like it did in the bowl. Get a little bit more from the bowl. Even if it shaves well and protects and gives good glide, it just doesn't look very good. It feels just like kind of an airy lather. Don't think they quite have the recipe right for this base yet. All right. So let's just see how this new short comb. There is the new long comb that where the combs extend down just a few more millimeters. I mean, it does seem to be working pretty well. This razor is doing a good job. And this is an old blade. So I mean, if the closeness isn't there, I would blame the blade and not the soap. I don't think very many people would want to pay a premium price for this. It kind of resembles more, you know, the look and feel of it, just kind of a wannabe free Chinese soap with you buy a $3 bowl and they just chuck something in there, you know, that nobody ever really uses and you end up throwing away. I'm afraid that's bad news for this particular soap maker, at least just my opinion. And there is, yeah, it's kind of an oily feel, not really a greasy feel, but that's probably what protected me. So let's do a little bit of rinsing. This stuff might take a while. That kind of oily coating might take a while to rinse off my face. It's kind of the feeling I'm getting. All right, let's do that second pass. Now it could be this soap isn't really meant to be used with water. But that would make it a very strange, I mean, like you take the water that's in your brush, you know, and just let that be the only water you're adding. I wonder if then the lather might have something closer to a creamier, more customary feel to it at that point. Well, I'm really happy with this razor. I'm gonna have to try this out with a a better lather. It seems like it's doing well. And let's do a little partial rinse. I think maybe this guy might have, what if he had too many butters and things like that, so it kept it from really generating a good lather, but the butters that were there, you know, they spread on your skin and provide a little bit of protection, slickness and stuff, you know. But as you can see, it's a very airy, light lather. But like I said, it's possible it might be designed to use way less water than, because it was even still kind of this way, even when I hadn't really added any water to it. And all I added was 1 teaspoon. And yet it is looking like it's dissipating on my face, but it's still leaving that layer of, let's just call it a butter, some kind of light butter. I'm not getting the slickness is there. I feel like I kind of am being protected, but it's not. I am experiencing some drag, and so not actually super slick. But I think that oily, buttery feel is, you know, simulating the job of slickness in the protection aspect, especially. My closeness, how's that looking? Not bad. Not bad. I might do a, is that 2 passes? A little rinse. Yeah, it is kind of a bit of a chore to rinse your hands off. So let's do, yeah, that was 3 passes. Let's do a neck only. Clean up some of those pesky trouble spot hairs a little bit more, perhaps. Now maybe this is just a type of shaving soap that I'm not familiar with, but I'm going to guess it's not. I've got over 350 soaps. I've tried them all. All right. Not bad. Okay. Well, I'm going to do a full rinse, and we'll throw some post-shave on. Well, my closeness of the shave was actually reasonable for this age of a blade. There's a few hairs that are showing some length, and so the effectual performance of the soap seems to do the job. It just doesn't really feel all that great doing it. It gets you a little bit of drag. Definitely doesn't look good. You can almost hear the popping and the crackling of the suds, almost like a bubble bath froth. And that's not really what most of us experience during the shave. And here's kind of what it looks like there. Yeah, so I'm afraid this one, I would kind of say it needs to go back to the drawing board. And if the if the maker just goes out and samples some shaving soaps, we have tons of them that are out there that are really good, and he can experience the kind of lather. Or you can just watch some of my videos, and I do a lot of lather display. You can see how lathers look. This one, if I try to, you know, I mean, it's the amount of little airy bubbles there is just crazy. Normally I can kind of pull up half. Yeah, there we go, kind of like that. And it's just a solid opaque white. This is almost translucent. So, but it's remarkable. It does have that the fatty or, you know, buttery kind of layer it puts down. So I mean, it would work, but we just have a lot of options available that are a little better, even some inexpensive ones. So if he lowered his price or something like that, you know, had it come in at a really bargain price, I think it still probably would have a little bit too much better competition. But there we go. So that's my opinion. I'm going to share with him this link, and so he'll know, and maybe this will at least it'll be my opinion, and other guys can, you know, try it out and get back with him about what they think, and then he can figure out where he wants to go from there. Maybe exactly what he wants, you know. And would I redo the lather and, you know, try it again? I don't know. Got really too many good soaps. I might do a palm lather sometime, or a test lather, just to see if maybe I didn't add any water at all and I loaded for a really long time, what kind of lather I'd get, you know, just to see if I didn't get something that was really airy and frothy and all that. Okay, well, there we go. It's always fun to try new products. Hopefully this will help him to you know, use this criticism in whatever way he wants. At least that's my take on it. Let's see what kind of post shave we have. My face isn't really feeling, you know, nourished. It's very draggy right here, but it's not. I'm not experiencing any kind of drying. You know, as it's drying, there's none of that cracking feeling, the itching feeling as things dry. So at least it's got that going for it. Let's just see how this alcohol splash feels. Cool from Arko. Well, I got a good shave, good technique, because I have almost no stinging at all. So, good shave. Good shave. I am impressed with the new short comb. Looking forward to trying that again. I could tell, I could feel that it was holding that blade right up to the edge. Nice consistent feel to it. So wouldn't it be funny if I tried it in the beginning of my shaving career and I didn't really latch on to it too well because of my technique, I'm sure. And then I tried many razors looking for kind of what that's providing. How about that? How about that? All right. Well, I'm going to shut everything down. We'll be back in a second. All right, so here's my little C5. He continues to kind of open up and bloom as he grows. So we're looking forward to how he's going to change over time. Tips are splitting. Very good news. All right, well, I think that's going to be it. Hope there was something in here in this video that's going to help you out. The soap may have been kind of a dud, but I got a decent shave from it. And the razor, impressed with the razor, and it did seem to handle the Nacet pretty well. So there we go. This is Sugar Daddy Shaves. You take care. Good night.